Namaste to one and all. Today we can see the time allocation at middle stage. Here we can see that weekly begins with an assembly, 25 minutes with 5 minutes to reach for classroom. The same thing we have seen regarding the preparatory stage and the foundation stage. And class time for all subjects is 40 minutes. Some subjects will require a block period of 80 minutes, that is 1 hour 20 minutes for activities, lab work and other such pedagogic requirements. Then third point, transition time for students to prepare for the next class is 5 minutes. The 2 working Saturdays a month have a slightly different schedule compared to other working weekdays. No assembly on Saturdays. So Saturdays will be different. Only half day. A snack break of 15 minutes and lunch break of 45 minutes has been built in. We can see the illustrated timetable. On weekdays, lunch is 30 minutes on Saturdays. R1 language has curricular goals for the library built into it in the design of learning standards. And therefore, the time is shared between these 2 subjects on the timetable. R3 language gets introduced in the middle stage and requires moderate amounts of time to develop basic interpersonal communication skills only. On the whole, R2 receives more time than R1, as by the end of the middle stage, students must be at the same level of proficiency in R1 and R2. So R3 is the third language, R2 is the second language, R1 is a local language, regional language, mother tongue or home language, where the child started to learn. When the child started to learn the first language, that we call it as L1, started to listen and speak, that is L1. And when the child started to read and write the first language, that we call it as R1. When it goes to R2, the same way, reading and writing in the second language R2 and reading and writing of the third language is R3. And science, social science and vocational education, as new curricular areas have been given a fair share of their time considering the learning standards built into this curricular framework. Yes, they introduced science, social science and Viii. Viii means vocational education. Yes, let us see the middle stage, annual hours and annual periods. See the page. Yes, R1 plus library, 80. 120 periods, 80 hours, 120 periods, and R2 91 hours and 136.5 periods, R3 46 annual hours and 69 annual periods. Then math 114 and for annual hours and 171 annual periods. Then SS 160 and science also 160 annual hours and annual periods are 240 and 240 respectively. Then Art 103 and PE also, PT, that is I think PT is physical education, not PT, PE, maybe PE. That is for 103 and for annual hours, that is annual periods, that is 154.5 respectively. And VE, that is vocational education, 114, that is 171. So maths and vocational education having the same, that is 114, that is 171 annual periods. So we are talking about the middle stage, and see the middle stage. Yes, it was written there, preparatory stage. Now you can see this is a middle stage. Illustrated timetable has been given. Let us see. Monday is 8:30 to 8:55 assembly. Then 9 to 9:40 social science, 9:45. That is in between 5 minutes break to reach the class or to change the subject. 9:45 to 10:25 SS, 10:30 to 10:45 snack break, 10:50 to 11:30 R2, 11:35 to 12:05 R1, and 12:05 to 12:50 lunch, 12:50 to 1:30 science, and 1:35 to 2:15 science, and 2:20 to 3 o'clock physical, see that PE, that is physical education, and 3:05 to 3:45 physical education. Understand that here snack break is 15 minutes and lunch break is 45 minutes, and corresponding to that, that way the timetable has been given is the Tuesday's timetable C, then Wednesday, Tuesday, maths, R2, science, SS, art, vocational education. Then Wednesday, maths, R1, R3, R2, science, social science. Then Thursday, social science, math, art, physical education. Then Friday, R2, math, science, R1, R3, SS, vocational education. And Saturday, 5 periods. All other days, 8 periods. And Saturday, what about the time between 8:30 to 9:10? There is no assembly. Vocational education, 9:15 to 9:55 vocational education, 9:55 to 10:15 snack break, 10:20 to 11 library, 11:05 to 11:45 art, and 11:50 to 12:30 physical education, and 12:30 to 1 o'clock, that is lunch, half an hour lunch. So when we convert this middle stage, just I counted to see that is R1 3 periods given there, R2 4 periods, and R3 2 periods. It is given annual periods in that, and SS 7 periods. This I am talking about the weekly. Then science 7 periods. Then physical education 5 periods. Among them, one is on Saturday. Then art period also 5 periods. One is on Saturday, and vocational education 6 periods, where 2 periods are on Saturday. Because Saturday is only 2 weeks only we will get Saturday. Alternative Saturdays are working day. Not all Saturdays are working day. So this is about the middle stage. And next we are going to see the time allocation in secondary stage. So let us see in the next video. I am continuing now.